KWA, a leader that has brought the airsoft industry to amazing heights. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or if you've been playing the game for decades, you know about KWA. From the Ronin T6 to the VM4 to special editions like the Kaiju 47 or the Mod 1 Limited Edition. Or maybe you have an LM4 or an ever so sold out KMP9. Today, KWA expands on their reputation with a new addition to their lineup. Presenting the Lithgow F90 Gas Blowback. Getting the chance to visit an airsoft manufacturer's headquarters is a highlight. However, getting a chance to sit and handle an early prototype of a unique gas blowback, that's an honor. And that's the situation that I find myself today. With this, the KWA Lithgow Arms F90. Based of course on the Australian rifle that advanced on the familiar Steyr AUG. Now I'm going to say this. I already love this thing without being able to really test the accuracy or the range or even the true power output, as this is still an early prototype that is still changing and adapting. I'm still excited. Gas blowback can be a rare sight on the field sometimes, but gas blowback bullpups are even harder to find. Even when it's not being kept behind a staggering paywall, they still don't see much time in the public eye. The plan from KWA is to go public with the F90 gas blowback at $400 to $500. For that price, even if everything on the outside stays exactly the same, you'll definitely get a high quality replica before the AEG version hits the market much later if KWA has their way. Keep your fingers crossed. At nearly 10 pounds or 160 ounces, the KWA F90 features a full metal construction as you would come to expect, with of course a high strength polymer body that keeps all of the metal parts together. The build construction is solid, even for a prototype, which would explain the weight and the solid feel that I noticed when handling the F90. I was stunned to see that the overall weight was still centered just behind the pistol grip like the real thing, which was done intentionally as this launch will benefit airsoft enthusiasts and anyone who would like to train with a highly accurate Lithgow F90 replica. Of course, the model will be produced for airsofters and for the military, but this will be the only version that you'll really see on the market. This project was a product of a military contract, and these are the kind of things that KWA specializes in with law enforcement and on the military side. And KWA have quite a few projects in store for the gas blowback, outdoor, and milsim community, I'm told. Moving on, the controls will be familiar to anyone who's ever used an AUG for any period of time, just like how takedown is fast and simple after you push this wedge off to the side. This will make barrel swaps easy. Here's hoping that we'll actually see different barrel lengths produced by KWA, and this will make hop-up adjustments easier, as you can see the rotary hop-up right here. There's no tools needed to adjust this hop-up, thankfully. With the addition of the bolt release, you'll be able to lock back your bolt without needing to lock the bolt handle up, nor will you need to manipulate the handle when swapping magazines. Just use this paddle to release the bolt and continue the fight. A couple other changes to the AUG, besides the overall look of the upper receiver that accepts Picatinny accessories much more easily, would be found in the pivoting charging handle and to the trigger. The F90 retains the dual stage trigger mechanism that we've seen in the AUG and in the P90, but if you can't afford to accidentally fire a burst of full auto, then simply pull down the full auto lockout pin. On the other hand, iron sights might not come with this KWA, just like how the real civilian F90 or ATRAX is sold, but the long rail up top should fit just about anything. Taking a look at the trigger guard, you may notice this large plastic piece and wonder why it's there. Well, after you slide it out, you'll have a cavity in the guard that would be used with a specific launcher named the SL40 UBGL, that we sadly don't have access to in the airsoft world. That's a great addition to detail that some people out there will admire. All around, even for a prototype, I'm impressed. Of course, performance matters the most, so I hope when we see this release in the fourth quarter of 2022, it'll range, it'll be consistent, and it'll do all of that without severe cooldown issues. But from the bayonet mount to the sling points and all the ambidextrous controls and possibilities, I'll do my best to cover them all when we get the full release from KWA. I've made absolutely sure that KWA knows that I want to get one as soon as possible. I really wish I could have gone more in depth now, as something like this is right up my alley. Seeing this with a scope or a short grip is just not enough. I need to play with a short barreled model and throw a suppressor on it. But for now, I think I'll leave you off with a whole lot of shooting clips, but feel free to ask as many questions as you'd like to about the KWA F90 in the comments down below, and I'll do my best to answer all of them. And that's all I have to say about the Lithgow F90 by KWA at the moment. It's needless to say, I'm very excited about this, and I cannot wait for it to release. I really want to thank KWA for sending us out here so I can do videos and photos and make this video. It's been such a great experience, and I cannot wait to come back sometime. But I also need to thank the USAirsoft channel members that you see on your screen right now. Every single one of these people really support the channel, and you can join them right now by hitting the join button down below or the link in the description. Now, of course, there's much more information about this coming out, or you can go ahead and check out the USAirsoft Instagram page. That will also be linked in the description down below. But until that next video drops from the city of San Antonio, this has been Scott Hollenbeck, and I will be sure to see you all next time. I'm never going to get over this. This thing's freaking cool. All right, here's a very odd reference, but did anyone ever play Need for Speed Underground 2? Because I swear this sounds exactly like the selection sound effect they had in that game.